How much have you watched tape for last year's game against Penn State?
Wow. This whole week that's what we've been going over.
Sorry?
This whole week is what we've been going over last year's Youngstown game.
Go back a year. I know you were not happy with the way it went. Is that kind of served a little motivation for you going into this game this year?
It definitely does. You know, that was one of the worst games I ever played since I've been playing football. And you know, that's something that I learned from.
Is it hard not to try too hard? Because that's, I think, what you were doing last year. Is it hard not to?
Last year I think I was just rushing everything. You know, I mean, I wasn't patient. You know, you're out there for the first time. You're so anxious to get out there on the football field and just make big plays instead of letting things come to you. And you know, it came up short. And then.
What was going through your head last year as you were maybe going through warm-ups before that game?
Going through my head last year.
Were there butterflies? Were you nervous? Were you excited?
I was definitely nervous because it was my first start. And I didn't know exactly what was going through my head.
I mean, everyone assumed in the offseason that you were going to be the lead back, but it didn't sound like you really felt like that yourself. You know what I mean? For the first couple games.
I knew I was going to be the lead back. It just was a matter of time for me to get comfortable on the football field. That was the main thing. You know, I had to become more comfortable with the guys around me and just have faith in the players around me.
How is it different mentally from being a starter as opposed to not being a starter?
It's completely different because, you know, when you're not a starter, you're not going to be out there on the field all the time. And when you're a starter, it completely changes. You're out there on the field, start to finish.
Did you put more pressure on yourself then?
I wouldn't say more pressure, but you certainly have to be ready to go out there and give it 110% for the whole game.
Vinny, as much as experience as you have, when you hit the field under 5,000 people, are there still nerves involved, though, the excitement of playing the first game of the season?
Oh, of course. If you're not nervous, I don't think you're playing football. I don't know a guy right now that would tell you that they're not nervous for the 105,000 people.
What do you think the freshmen are going through? I mean, you've been there as a freshman.
I've been talking to Ross, the freshman quarterback, and he's never been to a Buckeye game, so he's so excited just to get out there. Because he's been to the spring game, but never been to a real game. And I'm sure he's really excited about it.
How important is it for you guys to just come out there, get off to a quick start, really be clicking? I mean, is that something, I know you guys work so hard in the offseason.
It's real important for us to do that, you know, because previously we wasn't able to come out and just play dominant football. And that's something that we stressed this offseason was to come out and play dominant football start to finish. You know, we have a good quarter here, a good quarter there, but never start to finish. And that's where our main focus was this offseason, is to go out there and finish football games.
I don't know if you know this, a lot of folks don't like Ohio State around the country. And all the bad things you hear, the hate and all that, does it make you laugh or does it motivate you?
Both. You know, you have to just laugh at those things, but in the back of your mind, you have to also use it as a motivational tool just to get guys round up and ready to go.
Why do people dislike Ohio State?
Because it's just such a great university. I'm thinking those people applied to Ohio State and could get in. And, you know.
Vinny, what was different in you later in the year? Were you, I mean, running back to the bench in Wisconsin and making those statements like you did, talking to the team before Michigan, you really developed that as the year went on.
Just being more comfortable, you know, more comfortable with the guys around me and on the football field. You know, that's something that's going to come with anybody. I mean, once you're comfortable with your surroundings, I mean, great things are going to happen.
Was there anyone that really reached out to you that helped you become more comfortable?
No, I think it was just a matter of me reaching out to other guys. Not really nobody in particular reaching out to me. It's just me just reaching out to other guys, like having more like off the field things to do with the guys involved off the field with other players.
Coach said a big thing was for you to become an all Big Ten academic performer as well, and maintaining that. Why is that so important? And just talk about that aspect of your development.
You know, because you're always going to be the student first. Once you get your academics in order, everything else is going to fall in place.
And you feel that the correlation last year that as you got to that Big Ten level, your game also rose as well.
Of course, because you know you focus so much on school, but when it's coming easy to you, everything else will come easy.
Do you put too much pressure on yourself sometimes?
I think at times I did last year. At times I did.
How much do you expect Terrell to play on Saturday? And in the back of your mind, are you excited to see what he can do?
I know what he can do. I mean, I know he's a tremendous athlete, and And I'm expecting them to get out there quite a bit this week.
Expectations this year are a lot higher for both you and for the team than they were last year. Talk about the mindset, how different the mindset for not just yourself, but also for the team heading into the season compared to last.
I mean, it's completely different. You know, like I said, we just focus on going out and playing dominant football start to finish. And, you know, that's something that we haven't done great at in the past.
You know, I mentioned earlier about how people hate Ohio State, but there's also a lot of pub out there for you guys, both good and bad. How difficult is it for you guys to just not listen to that, whether it's good publicity or bad publicity?
You know, at this time right now, you know, it's just we're not really around a lot of people. We're just around the guys. So, you know, that's something that we're just brushing off our shoulders and just coming to practice and just dealing with each other, not really worried about the media, what anybody has to say about us.
With the new 40-second clock, how hard have you guys worked at getting plays in, and have you rehearsed it, and what do you think about it?
It's going to be tiring, you know, because right now, you know, we haven't been doing any huddle. You know, everything's just signals. Everything is signals, and it was a big adjustment at first, but you know, a lot of the guys and myself are getting used to it and getting comfortable with it.
How far removed do you feel from last year, from that first game? Does it feel like it's only been a year? Does it feel longer?
I feel like it was just yesterday, honestly.
Really?
Yes. I mean, the offseason went by so quick. It was unbelievable.
Is it difficult when you're facing a team that everyone expects you're going to beat handily? Is it hard for you guys to block that out? Kind of a different pressure. It's like if you don't crush them, or if you don't rush for a ton of yards, everyone's like, why not?
I wouldn't say it's hard, but you know, as you can see in the past, a lot of times we were pitting ourselves down to the level of competition we were playing. And I wouldn't say it was due to anyone else other than ourselves, but you know, that's something that, like I said, that's our main focus this year, not to do that and just to go out there and play hard football.
What were the